Literature helps us better understand our lives, ourselves, and the world around us. It deepens our thinking by bringing more awareness of our own values and worldview. Tragedy teaches us that there is much more out of our control. Sometimes it takes something terrible happening for us to get the wake up call and realize what's most important in life. People may feel fearful and relive some traumatic experiences, but tragedy can inspire kindness, connection, and desire to stand together and support each other. As Joohi, I am the student of MA English Semester 1st in Kanya Mahavidyalaya Chandar. I have taken up Malala Yousafzai's case study to understand the concept of tragedy. Malala Yousafzai is the protagonist of my case study. She raised her voice against the Taliban for girls' education very bravely, but her life took a tragic turn when she was brutally attacked by the Taliban in her home country of Pakistan. That tragedy is a type of trauma that focuses on human suffering. A tragic hero is the central figure of tragedy. The protagonist of our case study is Malala Yousafzai. She was brutally attacked by the Taliban to raise the voice against their restriction.
Two men approach a Pakistani school bus like this one, men with beards and a gun, a Colt 45. One of them climbs on the bus and asks a question. Who is Malala? She doesn't remember what happened next, but her friend described the moment.
He fired three bullets, and one hit you on the left side of my head. I would have been doing like this. So I hide my face because there was gunpowder on my fingers.
She is bleeding, in grave condition, but 2 hours pass before a helicopter can deliver her from the local hospital to a military surgeon. He spends 5 hours trying to relieve the swelling on her brain.
Hamartia is a tragic flaw of a main character in a story which ultimately leads to the character's downfall. Peripegia describes as a sudden and unexpected change in the fortune of a character. Anagnosis is critical point for tragic hero as they have gained their true identity which forever changes them. Aristotle describes catharsis as the purging of the emotions of pity and fear that are aroused in the wear of tragedy.
At candlelit vigils, she's an icon of hope, a courageous young girl now fighting for her life in a military hospital.
Malala can be anybody's child. It is not that this thing will stop at one person.
14-year-old Malala Yousafzai was shot and nearly killed on her school bus, targeted by the Taliban. Her only crime, demanding the right of girls to go to school, something the Taliban oppose. The attack has shaken the country from ordinary Pakistanis right to the highest levels of power. Even the head of the country's powerful army visited her in the hospital, saying, "We refuse to bow before terror." Farzana Bari fights for women's rights. We spoke to her with Malala's story on the front page of every newspaper in the country.
How is it that a 14-year-old girl can capture the hearts of a country like this?
Because I think she represents our dreams. She represents what Pakistani majority of people stand for.
And tonight, as young Malala fights for her life, a nation of adults and children are going to bed praying for their new...
Malala is an outspoken activist who fights for girls' education, and she got the Nobel Peace Prize in 2014 at the age of 17. In order to understand Aristotle's concept of tragedy, case study is very useful for me. With the help of Malala's case, I have to learn that tragedies can happen anywhere in real life also. There are many cases, many sufferings, many tragedies that evoke feelings of pity and fear. Pity for the one who suffers and fear for ourselves. By doing this case study, I feel that although people live in 21st century, but there are many countries where women have not access to education. Personally, I have learned from the Malala that no matter what your circumstances or who you are leading, but never give up on what you believe in.